Raise your hand if this sounds familiar. You are stressed, you're back from office, you want to distract yourself, so you start scrolling reels, you start binge watching, eating some junk food. You feel better for some time, but then it all comes back. All the stressful thoughts are back, maybe before sleeping, or at the midnight, or the next morning. Today, I'm going to break down why this happens and how to actually fix it. On an average, a person spends 2 hours every day trying to escape from stress or to relax. But what if I told you these 2 hours are making your stress even worse? What if I told you that scrolling and binge watching is not actually helping your stress and there is a scientific reason behind it? In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you what exactly is going on. Today, we'll see how your stress is directly connected to your negative emotions and your ability to control them, and how you can reduce stress and anxiety by controlling your emotions. Before we move forward, I would like to invite you to my free masterclass on mastering your emotions and triggers to build better relationships and career success. It's happening on 22nd February, 7 p.m. IST on Saturday. In this, you will understand why do you get triggered, why can't you control yourself when you're triggered, what happens to your brain when you're triggered, and how you can break free in exactly 3 steps. We'll also be doing a powerful healing live using Reiki to let go of all the negative situations that are troubling you and heal your negative emotions and raise your vibration. So join me on this free masterclass. The link is in the description and the first comment. I will see you on 22nd Feb, 7 p.m. IST. Alright, let's come back. Stress can look something like this. You're back from office, you're stressed, and all the thoughts are running in your mind about the past, about the future, what you have to do, what happened in the meeting, all those things. And you're feeling uncomfortable, triggered, overwhelmed. It has already triggered some kind of fear and restlessness in you. And then something small happens at home. Maybe your kids throw a tantrum, your partner hasn't done the dishes, your partner comes late, or your in-laws say something, and it immediately makes you snap. You don't want to react in that way, but you can't control yourself. So when you're stressed, it has created a lot of negative emotion in you, and because of that you're reacting in a negative way. You're unable to control that. Now, because you're feeling these negative emotions on a daily basis from the daily stressors at office and home, these emotions are not getting processed. You're not processing these emotions, and they're getting stored in your system. And this stored emotion on a daily basis is again accumulating, and it is causing your stress. This is making you stay stuck in a toxic loop of stress and negative emotions. You are stressed, so you have negative emotions. The emotions are not processed, and that is again leading to stress. Even researchers have shown that when you are stressed, you experience more negative emotions like anger, sadness, disgust, anxiety, etc. Research also has shown that how you respond to the stress every day, whether you respond positively or negatively, determines how stress is affecting you in the long run. So it's keeping you in that cycle. Now let's understand, when these emotions are not processed and they are stored in your system, what exactly is going on. So when these are not processed, they are leading into that fight, flight, freeze reaction to stress. Whenever there is a trigger of stress, your body is going to that fight, flight, or freeze. What does this mean? A stressful situation like an argument with your partner might make you angry. That's your fight response. An important meeting might make you feel fearful and anxious, and because of that you procrastinate on preparing for that meeting. That's your flight response. You're trying to escape from that feeling and stress. Or added stress from everywhere can make you feel shut down. I don't want to do anything, and this in the long run can lead to depression. All these emotions, anger, fear, anxiety, jealousy, sadness, all these emotions, when they're getting stored in your system, in your body, researchers recently have shown that they lead to physical problems. Medical industry is seeing incidences where stored emotions are leading to autoimmune diseases. Let me give you some everyday examples to show you how these suppressed emotions are showing up as stress and how are they connected. Let's say you're stressed at work. You might be feeling unappreciated and hatred and anger because someone else is taking the credits, but you are never processing those emotions. You are stressed about your kid's exam, but you are actually feeling anxious about his or her future. You are stressed about that promotion or exam, means you might be feeling fearful and doubtful that whether I'll get it or not. You might be feeling stressed in your relationship. That could mean you're feeling misunderstood, you're feeling unloved. And all these feelings are not processed, they are ignored and they are suppressed. So it is all showing up as stress, right? So it's extremely important to process these emotions in a healthy way on a daily basis. How can you actually process your emotions? I'm going to give you 4 ways to process your emotions. But before that, let's address a myth. There is a myth about processing the stress and emotions. One of my clients told me that they actually come back from office and they scroll and they feel relaxed. If you feel like this, I want you to know that you might be feeling relaxed at that point of time, but it is all coming back later. In this client's case, they told me that they feel relaxed when they scroll, but they were feeling anxious every morning. They couldn't get up from the bed. They didn't feel like going to the office, and they couldn't deal with that office politics, which was stressing them out. Because they were not processing it, they were just scrolling and feeling like they are relaxed for a moment. It was coming in different forms in their life. I hope it makes sense. Even neuroscience says that when you're scrolling, your brain is not actually relaxed. Also, the constant dopamine that you're getting is making your stress even worse. So know that activities like scrolling, binge watching, binge eating, shopping, going to the parties, just filling your time with something else is not de-stressing you. It's not the emotions processing. I'm not saying that you shouldn't go to parties, you should never watch a movie, you should not meet people to feel better. But it's also important to take some time out to process the emotions in a healthy way and not do all these activities as a means to suppress, ignore the emotions and escape from the uncomfortable feelings. Okay, how can you process your emotions? A small reminder here, I'm also going to talk a lot about mastering your emotions and triggers in my free masterclass that's happening on 22nd February. So go ahead and click the link in the description. More than 70 people are waiting for you to take action, so take the action now. Alright, 4 methods to process your emotions. The first one is to label the emotions, acknowledge them. The more we feel like I shouldn't be angry, I should be calm, I shouldn't be feeling jealous, the more intense these emotions become. So notice these emotions and acknowledge them. Notice them as emotions from a distance. Label them. Say, I'm feeling scared, I'm feeling jealous, I'm feeling sad. So when you label them, you create a distance between you and these emotions. Once you label them, acknowledge them. It's okay that I'm feeling scared. It's okay that I'm feeling sad. It's okay that I'm feeling hopeless. Because you are human and you are meant to feel all the emotions. No matter what the society told you, what your parents told you, that don't be a crybaby, don't be angry, don't show your emotions, all that. The truth is that you are allowed to feel emotions, so acknowledge it. Second method is to get it out of your system. Write it on a paper. Brain dump it on a paper. Scientifically, when you write down your thoughts, everything stored in your mind is coming through your hands and getting out of your system. So write it down. Don't type it. Write it on a paper, or at least write it with a digital notebook. Write down these emotions. Write that I am feeling scared, because all those thoughts that are running in your mind, put them down. When you start doing this, you will start detaching from these emotions and see them from a distance. Third method is to observe the emotions with curiosity. Instead of pushing them away, instead of resisting them, notice, acknowledge them, and then start observing them with curiosity. What is this emotion or feeling trying to tell me? Maybe if I'm angry, it's trying to tell me I should stand up more for myself. Or it's trying to tell me I expect people to behave in a certain way and I should stop that. So this feeling is always trying to tell you something. Just observe it with curiosity. Once you start doing this, it will not only give you awareness about what you need to work on within yourself, but it will also again help you creating that distance with this emotion. Detach yourself from this emotion, and the emotion loses power over you. Fourth and final way of processing an emotion is to try healing methods like Reiki. Like I said, all these unprocessed emotions are stored in your nervous system and body, and they need to be taken out from that root. Reiki is one of the very powerful methods. We are also going to do a live Reiki in the free masterclass on 22nd Feb. So if you want to experience it, how is it? Just join the free masterclass. Link is in the description. If you feel like you had childhood trauma, or you had very strict parents, critical parents, if these emotions and emotional outbursts are rooted in your childhood trauma, try inner child healing. So try some healing methods to heal these emotions and let them go. Once you start doing all this, you start processing these emotions in a healthy way, your stress also reduces, because we saw the loop earlier, and you will be able to respond to stressful situations in a calmer, composed and graceful way, because now you're healing, and that 2.0 version of you sees these triggers in a different way. That's it for today. I can't wait for you to experience this powerful Reiki live in the coming free masterclass, and also learn all about controlling your emotions and triggers so that you can build better relationships and have more career success. I would love to see you inside the free masterclass. Link is in the description. Go ahead, take the action, join there. Let's do the work together, and I will see you soon.